everybody? My name is Haley.
Hey y'all, I'm Mooly.
Welcome to Courtside Cousins. What's up, cousins? We are back for another episode. Actually, I want to kick off the episode by saying, pay them what you owe them. That's number one. We're with the players. Pay them what you owe them. Yup. Bring them their racks. No, but we are still gonna start off the episode. Really fun. My box is a little torn up, so I'm not gonna show you guys my box.
My
But
box is on the floor. All of my stuff is on the table.
oh, you took yours out. Mine's okay. We did receive a special box.
Wait, first of all, hello cousins. My name is Mooly.
Wait, they should know it by now. I feel like my name is Haley, y'all.
Oh no, I take that back. That's not my name. This week I am Chelsea Gray's fadeaway jumper.
This week I am.
Still without a shoulder.
This week I am still without one shoulder. Yep. Surgery is October 14th. We're just gonna be well, they made it to finals. I am AT again for probably like the fifth week. We've probably recorded 5 episodes of me.
Aces Mercury.
Oh, period.
Wasn't even intentional.
Cute. I am AT again for like the 5th week. Back to what we have in these boxes. We got sent a special package from Ashley Garrison. If you guys remember, she was our lovely guest in episode 12.
On the last episode.
The last episode. Yep.
On the last episode.
It's been a while,
12.
Y'all. I think it was 12. It's been a while, y'all. Please live with us. I did just get off a 10-day cruise. So that's one. You have life.
Life be lifing.
Yeah.
Life be lifing. But we're back.
Yeah.
We're back. And we come bearing gifts. What we starting with? What'd you say?
You said we come bearing gifts. I said for us.
I mean, yeah, for us. Thank you, AJ.
Thank you so much, AJ. I at this point we're just gonna pick randomly because we did not talk about this. So I'm gonna start off with the New York Liberty fanny pack.
We picked up the same thing.
We're literally the same person. What does it say on here? Loud voices change the game.
Well, I was gonna open mine, but yours is open. It's not a point of me taking mine out of the bag.
Oh yeah, too cute. Love this. You're next. Let me see if you guess.
You're the same person. Oh, I got a high bun. I can't put it on, but we got an equality hat in the seafoam.
Well, wait. Let me loosen it up. I got a big head.
It's a dad hat. I don't usually wear these because my hair is so thick, but I think it'll probably loosen up enough for me to put it on. I'm not gonna take my ponytail down to see.
It fits over my braids.
It's a new era hat too.
Yeah, nice. Equality. Okay. Let's see how we do. Ready? 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
That was in my other hand. It was in my other hand.
So I've heard after I almost got jumped in the group chat that these dominoes are super special and they told me they were going to come rob me for them.
I'm so sorry. What is special about them?
I just think they were really limited. Like a lot of people wanted them and didn't get them. And so
period.
Yeah, that's what I said. They told me they were going to jump me and steal my dominoes. But yes, we got some New York Liberty dominoes.
So like, y'all gonna take my black card if I tell y'all I don't know how to play dominoes?
Oh,
I shouldn't have said that on air. Y'all
I don't either. They're gonna have to jump both of us. I can play spades.
I know how to play spades, but I
Oh
would
no.
not
All
volunteer to
right.
be anybody's
All
partner. I
right.
don't want to sit at this because y'all go to slamming them cards down and fighting and stuff, and I don't want no parts. Like I know how to play the game, but it gets so aggressive, it gets competitive, and I get scared. Anyway, these are the team issued practice shirts.
These are so cute.
I'm gonna prop mine like
So
T
you
Cloud be
have the okay,
doing.
you have the Liberty one. I have this one, the long sleeve.
Oh, we got different ones. That's dope.
Yeah. So I got the long sleeve. I like this. I love long sleeves.
This just it made it easier for me to crop it. I'm gonna crop this
Of course
and
you
I'm
are.
gonna wear it around the house. I'm gonna wear it around the house because
Oh, you got a black one. I got a gray one. Can you tell that we
this one
didn't?
already,
It's a
this
poppy
already
crop.
kind of cropped.
It's a poppy
Almost.
crop. Yeah, you just gotta cut it in half. So I got a gray long sleeve. Love
I
this for
really thought
us.
I really thought we got the exact same thing. I didn't realize we had different stuff.
We kind of briefly talked about it on the phone, but didn't actually get through it. But that's into my box.
That's
I
into
kind of
mine too. I really like this one.
I kind of showed y'all my box. I was supposed to do that because I ripped through my box. But yes, thank you again to Ashley for sending us all this New York Liberty stuff. More things for me to hang on my wall that I still have yet to put anything on, and I just have a corner full of gear because I'm a Libra and indecisive on what I want to put up there.
I'm gonna wear mine. I'm not gonna hang nothing.
Probably
But
the shirts, but like the fanny pack and stuff. Yeah, I'll wear the hat. Next order of business.
coaches. So the W decided to be very dramatic in the last
No, I'm gonna
couple of
wear my
weeks.
hat in solidarity for Sandy.
Cause
What are we
period.
doing?
Oh, I'm not taking my hair down, but
What are we? What are we? What's going on, y'all? Well, we'll start off with the first one. The first one
well,
was
I was
actually,
just about to say
yeah,
we'll start off with the one that was expected. I
yes.
think we I think
I didn't want it to
I don't
happen.
I don't think that many people were surprised with Noe. I didn't I'm not gonna say I saw it coming, but I was not surprised that it happened.
There's a lot of controversy that happened with the Seattle Storm in the last two seasons, and somebody has to take the fall for it, and someone has to
And
get fired. And I believe that it was gonna. I knew it had to have been that coaching staff. I do hate though that that was the last black female coach that we had in the league. I hope somebody takes on that reign with the shifting of coaches. But yeah,
mhm,
I was not surprised about that one.
I wasn't surprised at all. Now, Sandy,
Now this one right here, let me tell you, let me I'm on a cruise. I don't have no service, but I can still see notifications from the group chat. So I'm seeing Sandy's fired, Sandy's fired, Sandy's fired, and I'm flipping out. And my mom doesn't understand why, but I'm flipping out because Sandy.
and what's crazy is in the press conference prior to this announcement, a reporter asked Stewie something along the lines of, "What do you think about the chatter that Sandy shouldn't be returning next year, or Sandy should get fired after the season, and blah blah blah?" And Stewie literally said, "What the fuck?" Like that was her reaction, and even Sandy was sitting there like, "This is news to me. Nobody said this to me." Next thing we know, Sandy is out of there. Now, my thing is, it took the liberty. No shade to y'all, because thank you for the gear. 27 years to get a championship. And you know who got y'all that championship? Sandy.
Someone theorized that Sandy's job got saved by the championship, and they believe that they were ready to fire her like after last season. And then they won, and they were like, okay, we'll keep her on for one more year. It still didn't like it wouldn't have made sense to fire her last year. It still didn't make sense to fire her this year. But after was it their GM and her honestly, there's so much going on. Somebody from New
His.
York put out a statement,
Yeah.
and it kind of made sense in what they were. I mean, no, I didn't think that Sandy needed to be fired. I feel like they got hit with a lot of injuries this year and they still made it to the playoffs. But I see the headspace at which, like the direction at which they were going for the New York Liberty. And so we will see how this all plays out.
I just feel like the New York Liberty has been better than they've been in a while with Sandy
But
as the head
that's what they
coach,
said, that Sandy built that culture up, so they're gonna ride the wave of the culture that she built up in New York and
which is
bring in,
that's disrespectful.
in a way, yes. But they what she built up in New York is what they're taking in there, and they're moving on to another coach who's gonna. But that aura from New York has been built up.
That is disrespectful. Have you ever seen people talk about how they're like the prep wife for a relationship? Like they date somebody and they fix them and get them to be like husband or wife material, and then they break up with them and go marry somebody else. That is what this is giving. That's what this is giving. That's disrespectful.
Crazy analogy, but no, yes.
But it makes sense. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
Another coach that
Hold on. Before we move on to this one, because this is not a surprise either. I like how other coaches spoke out against that, because even Cheryl was like, I didn't see this coming, but these new teams that's coming, y'all got a head coach. Like, this is
a
great news for
championship
y'all.
head coach, like, yeah, that'll whoever. Which we'll get to this next one because that's where I hope Sandy goes, and I think she could. Yes, yes, and I have an explanation as to why, but to no surprise, if there was somebody surprised,
It
I
was probably him.
I would like to have a conversation if you were surprised. There's actually one more that I think possibly will be out of a coaching position.
Uh,
We will see when that time comes. But Dallas has fired Chris. They have fired.
we saw it coming.
I think everybody did. I would like to quote somebody else. This was not me. I did not say this. But somebody did say he did break a record. Um, for the least amount of games won by the French. It's not funny. It's not. But yeah, I was not. I saw that one coming.
I think we were all surprised that it didn't happen mid season. Cause I kind of thought that's not important. The one thing that I hate about this is that Nola is out of a job because of this.
Yes, and I don't think people realize that when you're calling for a head coach to get fired, usually their
You're
coaching
calling for
staff.
their team.
You're coming for the whole coaching staff. So yes, you're screaming, "We want Nola, we want Chris fired," and that's why I said it got to a point where a lot of Dallas fans, even at the games, and the players had even spoke out about it. It got too far, and what y'all were asking for is for Chris to go, which means coaches like Nola were going also.
Hmm.
Now, who's not to say that Kurt brings Nola in as a head coach or as another assistant coach, like to be an assistant coach again? Sure. Um, I would love to see her as a head coach. I mean, we saw what she did with Unrivaled with the Roses. And so I think that I think that she could be a great head coach. She
Hmm.
she gives me spoon vibes in terms of connecting with players and being able to tap into a player's mental. So yes, that or Sandy and Dallas.
I just want Sandy somewhere because I feel like she was unfairly fired, much like I want Teaspoon somewhere because she too was unfairly fired. And I could go further with the Teaspoon and the Chicago situation, but I'm gonna keep it
Teaspoon,
together
listen.
because
Teaspoon told us talking about it. She said she shut her mouth and she didn't say nothing bad about them. Let them dog her out, and she said like her time is coming, and it will. And I hope she continues to do what she's doing with Unrivaled, and I do hope to see her back in the W as a head coach.
all I'm gonna say is they dogged her out, and the season didn't look much different this year.
It did not. On to some
Yup.
on to
The
some
silence was so
some
loud.
some some better news. We did have a lot of league awards. Actually, I'm gonna skip that first one and jump to the
I
third
was
one.
thinking, I was about to say, can we start that one last? Can we do
Can,
that one last?
can we? We're gonna start with the third one. Because I'm okay. Here's my stance on it. I'm gonna let Muli say what she has to say. My stance on it is I'm not completely upset about it. I'm not completely upset about a Cove Defensive Player of the Year. If you bought stats to stat, if you put stats to stats right next to each other, here. Let me rephrase. I'm not upset about the co-defensive player of the year. Do I think that it should have been one singular player? Yes. It should have been Asia Wilson. Again, if you put the stats next to each other, that is who dominates. I mean, even on an eye test, because everybody looks at all these awards differently, obviously based off their votes. Um, and I mean, even in an eye test, I would put Asia at number one. But I'm not upset. We're not. Lan is not a horrible defensive player. Like it'd be different if like she was some scrub or whatever, but she's not. She's a great defensive player. Just in my head and what I'm seeing the games watched, I would take Asia as a single defensive player of the year.
I personally would have, if we're gonna do defensive player of the year, I think there were better defenders than Alana Smith. If we're gonna do
Gabby,
Gabby was right there.
but see, this is what happened with Seattle. I feel like Gabby would have got more votes, and there wouldn't have been a co if Seattle didn't have their downfall in the second half of the season.
I can see that. Okay, now if we're doing co depoy, why didn't we do this last year when stats besides stats,
We're similar.
Asia should have won, but Fee won. Now those two were neck and neck. I don't see. I don't know where Alana came from. Alana. I don't know where she came from. I did not have her in mind as in the running for a defensive player. That she just Gabby is right there. AT right there. Like it's other players that I would have put ahead of her. Whereas last season, I can see Fee and Asia sharing that award. They both deserved it.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do code, last year would have been the season to do it. Not this one. Not so much this one.
Yeah.
But that's just my. I don't have a vote. I don't have a dog in this fight. That is just my opinion.
Yeah. I'm not upset that it was a co, but again, it in my head it should have been a singular player, but I'm not gonna act like Atlanta Smith is some scrub defensive player. Um, so that's my stance on the co defensive player of the year. Moving on to coach of the year.
The silences have been screaming.
So happy for Nat. Y'all know my coach of the year was Big Wheezy out in Atlanta, but Natalie had an unbelievable season.
Congratulations to Natalie. She took a brand new team to the playoffs. This has never happened in league history. A brand new franchise to the playoffs, and they looked good. They looked good. And I mean, just going back to what you said at the beginning of the season, that they were going, it was going to be crazy, and they were probably going to end up with a playoff spot. And
Quote me, quote again, because I said it. I said it's so dysfunctional and crazy that they could walk away with a playoff spot.
you heard it here, folks.
And then I said they would take the last spot.
Possibly. I don't remember all of that.
Where
It
did
was
they
so
finish?
long ago.
They finished last. Eighth.
I think so.
Eighth, yeah. So I called it. I
You
told you
heard
I
it
was
on
gonna
Courtside Cousins.
I told you I was gonna toot my horn if I was correct. So toot toot. But
No,
no,
we gotta look back at those
ranking.
predictions.
I'm not gonna lie. Our my rankings weren't super far. I think the only thing that was way off for us was that we did at the beginning of the season before anything happened, we did have the Valks in last or second to last place. I told y'all Connecticut was going to sit down there. They played with so much heart. Absolutely love that team. But yeah, and I had Chicago a little too high. Um
Yeah, the big three it almost stayed the big three. I mean, the Lynx and the Aces were there. New York had
Injuries,
injuries. Had
injuries.
injuries.
Now that would have been the way that it was set up. I don't know. I feel like Atlanta probably still would have went back and forth with. I think they would have went back and forth with New York. Like it would have been for 2 through 4 would have been a fight between Vegas, Atlanta, and New York.
Because they started the season off really well.
Yeah.
Like they looked good. Tosh Cloud fits in so well with them. They looked good.
Which
And then
they
they started getting hurt.
wait. Back to the New York Liberty statement. They did basically, in a sense, say that they want to bring somebody in to back Sabrina. And in my head, I felt like they already had Tosh. So we will see how that goes.
If Tosh gets traded from another team against her will, I'm flipping shit over. Cause leave her alone. She's been through enough.
She's so happy. Like, let her live, please. Please.
Cause she was so
Her
happy
Izzy
in
ready to buy a house in New York. Let her live. Let them both live.
she was so happy in Phoenix. Y'all told her that she was gonna retire a Mercury, and she found out. You know what? This is the beef that I had with. I knew I was mad at the Mercury for something, but I couldn't remember what.
I was just about to say somebody had posted yesterday and said I'm still coming for the Mercury for what they did to Tosh
Because how did she find out that she was being traded with us?
with us. Yeah.
Come on, Merc. I was rooting for y'all. I was like, this is gonna be a good series. The Mercury. But the Aces gonna have to whoop y'all. But like, go y'all. Happy y'all made it. This is a brand new team. Y'all didn't
Aces
bring
in,
2 players back.
Aces in the least amount of games, please.
We'll get to that.
Um Next we have
Games was crazy.
our sixth player of the year. I called it, I called it, I called it one more time. I called it and I called it. And I told y'all who I thought could be second was Miss Hydro Man. Um, what are they calling her now? Tijane Hydro Man is what they're calling her. But no, sixth player of the year. I called that Nas. Nas just there was a lot of explanations from different people on who should win. And I felt like Nas fit the perfect definition for a sixth player of the year. Because yes, at one point she did switch to becoming a starter, but that's because she was ready for like she was their sixth player when injuries started to happen. Nas stepped up, and so I'm so happy.
I could have saw her for sixth player and most
Yeah,
improved
most
because
oh, that is not.
the I know I was gonna say it. I noticed it. I could have saw her for sixth player and most improved because Ryan said it. She would not take threes last year.
I asked Nas.
You asked her.
I did in a post game press conference. I asked her and I told her. Well, I Rye laughed. And I really try to ask them
She
serious
giggled
questions.
too.
I tried to ask them serious questions. But I did mention, I said in your first 3 seasons, you had one made three. You'd only attempted six. One made three. And at that time, I think she had already had like 19 made threes in the season. That's a big improvement. You have
I could have
spaced
saw
the
her for sixth
floor.
player and most improved.
Yeah. Now, the person who did win most improved also deserved the award. So I'm not mad at that one. Veronica Burton absolutely when that because that team started to break down too, injury wise,
Mhm.
and that's who stepped up for them.
And
So
she stepped up big after they didn't bring well after they waived Julie too.
mhm.
But she got cut what last season, mid season?
Was that midseason?
Or was it in the off season? I don't remember. I know she got waived from Dallas though. And she made a post about this, how in the off season, well, whenever she got waived, that time that she was off, she was just working. She was just working. She didn't know if she was gonna get picked up again. She didn't know if her career was over in the W. She didn't know if she was gonna have to go overseas. She didn't know what was next, but she didn't give up. She kept working. And look what happened
Yep.
on a brand new team
Yep.
in the playoffs.
Yep. Absolutely,
Wonderful.
yeah. Super, super, super proud of the Valks. I mean, and they again, that's another team that went through injury, and they still pulled it off. And there was a lot of teams that injury wise was getting beaten in the head, and they still was pulling stuff off. So next, knew you had something. Next is our four-time WNBA MVP,
First
Miss
time in history.
Miss Asia Wilson.
The only one with four. The only, the only. I sobbed watching it, watching her get the award.
MVP got announced the first day of me not having service, I believe.
So apparently they recorded all of that Friday, and it was that Monday when it was announced, which was also the first game of the Fever Aces series, and we'll get there. But the video was so sweet. Of course, Bam popped up and presented her because he's always in the facility. He might as well put on a jersey.
I
Um,
mean,
he might as well. He presented her with the trophy. Her daddy was there in a pink wig. Miss Eva was there. Everybody was there. She was crying. The team was crying. I was crying. Liz was crying. Everybody was crying.
one thing I will always give Asia is Asia wins an award, but that's everybody else's award
It's
around
the
her,
team's
and
award.
she gonna tell you about it. They asked her what was her most like MVP memorable thing of the season, and it was like Jackie's shot from to close out the Seattle game, to close out the Seattle game. And I
That
was like,
when she tipped it back
they
in.
took it back in, and then I was like, they're asking about you, and you have credited every other person on your team, which I absolutely love, and the humbleness. And she gonna clap and she gonna stomp, but she's always gonna talk highly about her teammates.
And when she get to doing that clap, I do it too. Cause I just want to be a part of it. I want the same energy that I want to feel the same energy she does. I have a video of her from when the Atlanta game, right before they started. She was standing out to the side. I said, "Oh, she finna go crazy. She winding up the crazy." I see it. The game ain't even started. She already clapping. It's not even started. They still
And
warming
she
up.
got to get ready for it.
The Aces versus the Fever
Okay.
and the Lynx versus the Mercury. How did we get here? Basically, with the Lynx and the Mercury, um, there was controversy on AT possibly hurting Fee. She did not. It was not a foul.
Huh? Hold on. She was at the scene of the crime. I love At, but this is what I told somebody, and this is what I told somebody because we watched the game and we had talked about it the next day while I was on the cruise. It was not a foul.
It was
Was
not a
there
foul.
incidental contact in the momentum? Here, this is what AB wanted to say on her podcast
You
before
said because she was not allowed to.
she was silenced. I will not be. Um, He basically what she said or wanted to say is that Fee's momentum was carrying her into AT. She tipped the ball. It was a clean steal. Her momentum was just running into AT.
AT is a brick
A brick
wall.
wall. I tell y'all all the time, I have so much respect for that lady. Yes, she's a brick wall, and the fact that she got the clean steal and took out Fee with it.
Oh, she didn't take out Fee.
Well,
Fee was taken
Fee,
out.
Fee
Fee
was
took
taken
herself
out. You're
out.
right. Fee kind of took herself out, but Fee was taken out from the contact. At was at the scene of the crime, but it was not a foul. And
It
I
was not a
watched.
foul. And I would like to say that the Mercury were down with 20 in that game.
Absolutely was insane. Yeah, I
They
have
were
to.
down 20 and they won.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the best part of that series though is Kai and Courtney.
Courtney going back and forth. Yep.
Yes. And the people, the refs,
Can
took it
we
too far.
can we talk about the rest? But not even just that series. Not just that series. Not just the Aces Fever series. Not just the first round series. The refs have consistently. They can't find me. The refs have consistently failed the players this season.
They have.
Consistently have failed the players this season. And again, which we'll get to the statement, 4 minutes and 13 second statement. But it does fall back onto leadership.
Let the silence be loud again.
Yeah. To some more serious. I listen again. I was on this cruise. I had no service. I was flabbergasted. By the time I got some service, it could watch all
4 minutes and
four
13
minutes and
seconds.
13 seconds. It was a statement by Nafisa Collier in her exit interview. And all 14 and or 4 minutes and 13 seconds did she rip into the officials in the league and league leadership. So
And the way she sat there like this the whole time,
calmly.
looking like a Teletubby, adorable.
Have you seen? I forgot what movie, what show. I forgot what it was for, but somebody posted a GIF, and it was. Oh, I think it's from. I think it might have been from Scandal, where she like took a picture of the check and then took a picture of the thing. And they said that's what she was doing in that meeting in February.
Because my girl said I had a meet. I sat across from Kathy at Unrivaled in February.
February.
And Kathy said, and this is when I said, Fee is playing chess, not checkers. Kathy said, Caitlin Clark should be on her knees thanking her lucky stars for what
No,
I've
no.
done for her.
She said no. This is what the quote was. It was the players should thank their lucky stars that she went and got them that media deal. She said that Caitlyn, because Fee mentioned Caitlyn, Angel, and Paige, and she said, and Kathy's response was that Caitlyn should be lucky that she makes $16 million off the court because it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the W. That is insane to say. It's insane to say to somebody that's in the league, a part of who is fighting for the CBA, the new CBA. That is insane to say. To the point where Elena Deladon came out and said she emphasized on the human part, and she says, "I don't even think Kathy knows that I retired. That's the only person I haven't heard from."
That is insane. Fee said that Kathy texted her when she got hurt. A text.
And listen, let me tell you. And she said, "Go ahead, find me. My husband's a boss." Because she
She
also
didn't she
mentioned
didn't she didn't essentially say that, but she said that.
she said it without saying it, but she said that's what I'm saying. She basically said, "Go ahead and find me. My husband's a boss," and he checks up on his players, unrivaled or W season. And again, we stand with the players, pay them what you owe them,
But also
because
just respect them. Just respect
it's
them.
respect.
Because at the end of the day, without these players, Kathy, you wouldn't have a job.
And when they asked her Fee in the exit interview about the new US, because they the same day they had announced that they were going to be streaming 50 games on like USA or whatever, the USA channel, and Fee basically said that's if we have a season next season. And you know what? Go get y'all money. I'm with y'all. A rival can hold us over.
Don't get y'all's rest because adding more games to this season behind all the injuries that happened. Wait, adding more games to next season behind all the injuries that happened this season is irresponsible.
We haven't. They haven't extended the rosters. You have. Let's use the Fever. The Fever. I want to talk to the medical staff, but the Fever. All the players that they've had injured, and it's like they've had to go get relief players. Honestly, if there was a bigger cap space, then they could fill those rosters up with more players. What are we at, 12? Make it 14. I don't know. And somebody, this is when I said, can they go ahead and pay the players because I'm tired of think pieces. But somebody had mentioned the NBA, and the NBA have 15 roster spots, and they get 3 spots for two-way contracts between the G League. That's 18 roster spots in case people get injured. Listen, so we did have hefty fines being put out
My
for,
God.
but and honestly, we probably should have talked about this before we got to Fee's statement. But um, Cheryl, we don't call her by her real name. We call her Cheryl. Cheryl got fined
Cheryl.
$15,000.
So first of all, Cheryl ran out on that court like she was finna throw some blows. This
Now,
was after Fee went down.
yes,
Cheryl ran out on that court like she was about to fight. She did. It was threatening.
it looked. No, I can't lie. It gave me flashbacks of last season when Kurt Miller ran out. They were playing in Boston, and it was for the Sun. It was a Sun Sparks game, and Kurt Miller ran out there and looked like he was about to punch At.
It's always AT, ain't it? It's always AT.
I had to. It hit me hard. I was like, huh. But
And
I don't
she
think
did.
that wasn't a foul call. I think it was. I think At had stole the ball, went down, scored, and was running back in the same literally, it gave me flashbacks in the same fashion. At, what are you saying to these coaches as you running
What you
past
be
them?
saying? Whispering. What you be whispering to
What should
them?
be
Because you know she
you
don't
can
talk
tell us. We're
loud.
not gonna tell nobody. But no. Yeah, they absolutely did. She ran out there and looked like she's gonna take out the ref. Looked like she was gonna take out Satu also. And Satu Satu was funny. She said,
She
Tech, like what's she doing all the way over here? Yeah. On top of that, it didn't stop there.
it did not.
Um, let's
They
see.
took her out like a toddler.
T had held her back. T had pulled her off the court, and like 3 other assistant coaches. She was going off. She's still going off. They finally start to get her off the court.
Wait. I'm Dejanay.
Oh yeah, please, 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 please.
She held up that towel like she was blocking
No,
anything.
have you seen it? Was it John Morant? I think it was John Morant when he like went to the camera like this, and then they put the camera above
And they
him.
did.
That's literally what happened. Um, but yes, they finally get her off the court, and a fan grabbed her. I think they said that that fan got banned, or most definitely got kicked out the arena that night. I don't know if they're officially banned, but yeah, why would you grab her?
And you see, she's already mad. She's
She already
irate.
mad. She's been going off for 5-10 minutes, and you want to grab her on the way out? Now,
While they've ejected her at this point, so she's pissed.
yeah,
And you grab at this woman, and she is literally being carried out like a toddler, going, "Fuck you, fuck you." Why would you grab her? Why would you grab her? Now
yeah,
is not the time.
it wasn't.
Now is at no point should you grab a stranger, but now it's definitely not the time. She might hurt you. She just ran up on a ref.
You
Now
just
is
a
not the
fan.
time.
Yeah.
Now is not the time.
But for all of that, she did get fined $15,000.
Fifteen
No, wait,
thousand
There's
dollars.
more. There's more. Because then she gets
You
in the
got to do the
press.
press conference.
Then she gets to the press conference, and she's still going off. She's still absolutely going off about the officiating, and yeah. So all that totaled into
She
$15,000 fine.
said something. What did she say? She said something. I watched it twice today because I was like, I can't believe she said that in the press conference. What did she say?
Yo,
Something was fucked up. I forgot what she said, but she said something was fucked up. And I was like, and she's still dropping F bombs after she just cussed out everybody on the way out of this
cursed
stadium.
everybody out on the way out. Have ran up on the ref, cursed everybody out. The funny part about all of this was that Sid and TP in their podcast had just put out their unnecessary awards for coaches most likely to like run up on a ref or to like punch a ref. And the three coaches were Tyler, Cheryl, and Becky.
And I
And
can see that.
you know what? Yes.
And I can see that. Because Big Beck
Because I mean,
in game five.
Becky got attacked early in the
Game
Fever
five.
game. Yeah.
Game
So
five. I said, Becky ran up on that man. They pulled her back. Becky said, and another thing, and turned around again. I said, get her, somebody.
before
We
she get
need her.
ejected,
We need her.
before
Calm
she
her
get
down.
ejected, yes. But also with that fine, was Becky and Steph White did basically stand with Cheryl
Girl.
in her statements, and so they were also fined $1,000 each. So the WNBA had handed out $17,000 in fines and a 1 game suspension.
And it could be more than that because Becky said that she was fined 3 times in 1 week. We don't even know what the other fines were and what they were for.
What they were for.
We have no clue.
So
But Becky in the game five post game conference, she asked Asia, "Did you see my sign?
oh yeah,
Freedom of speech is
free.
not
It's
free."
not free.
I ain't got no platform. I can say it. But
Yeah.
my girl Cheryl is trying to make me like her.
I mean, I never disliked Cheryl. I always thought the beef with the fans and Cheryl was weird, or not weird, but I just didn't see it that way.
I'll be side eyeing her sometimes because she be throwing shade at Asia for no reason.
I think Cheryl
But
just throws shade in general, but so does a lot of other coaches.
I feel like she kind of spearheads pitting Asia and feet against each other. And I
See,
don't like
that
that.
now that is true, but I think that's just the organization, and that's what the media has done. Now, who I believe Cheryl exactly acts like, and nobody when I think I got cursed out actually on Threads when I had said this, is that Cheryl and Becky are the same person,
In
and I
different fonts.
in different fonts, and I got cursed out for that. But
I think the thing is most people like Becky more than they like Cheryl. I don't disagree with what you're saying at all.
yeah,
Because Becky rides for Asia the same way Cheryl rides for Fee.
yep,
My thing is Becky does not
Pit,
pinpoint a player.
yeah.
She doesn't do that at all. She will tell you in a heartbeat, this the best player in the world. This is my girl, and I'm gonna stand for her, I'm gonna ride for her. But she's not gonna turn around and say, and she's better than XYZ. Like she doesn't do that.
Yeah,
That's what I don't like about Cheryl.
I think the only time that Becky has done that is when the co-defensive player of the year came out. And she named Fee and said, well, last year y'all said it was Fee and da 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 and all this other stuff, but now this year it's not Fee and it's somebody else on her team. Yeah, that was the only time. And I mean, I held even the email last year that the PR team sent out from the links. I hold them all on that same. You can support your players 100% without naming any other players. So another team, the Sparks PR, you can support De'Erica. You can name De'Erica and De'Erica being the only player that is top 5 in whatever category. You can do that without saying not AT, not Asia, not Fee. That's another one. Why were other players named?
Why did
The statement holds the same. I don't know if you're trying to make an emphasis on the fact that those are the top 3 MVP candidates, which again, still unnecessary. You make your same statement without that last little part. And it goes for everybody. You don't have to it goes for the fans. I say that all the time too. You don't have to, tear down, a player to lift up your fave. And I hold everybody on that same thing. From the fans to the players to the coaches to the front offices,
Managers, everybody.
everybody on the same plane. You can live and that's what my statement about what the co-defensive player of the year. Did I believe that it should have been one? Yes. Am I upset because no?
I'm more upset about who it was.
And I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's understandable. That's okay. But I will not sit here and act like Alana Smith is some scrub defensive player.
And I won't say that she is, but
Yeah.
I would have stomached that a little. If it had been Fee, I would have been like,
Okay.
I don't like it, but I get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
so all three players that could have been in that spot, I would have probably felt the same if it was Fee, if it was Lan, or it was Lan. But if it was Gabby, like, okay. And that's another thing when I had said in the group chat, when media was putting out their reasoning, they were doing the same thing. So I hold media to that same standard of you don't have to. If Alana Smith is who you had for Defensive Player of the Year, I respect it 100%. What your explanation being, well, Asia's usually the top person defensive wise if you look at the stats and eye test and all this other stuff. But, you know, Alana Smith has done really good this season with this, and that. Why is Asia brought up into this? Because if you felt that way, then your vote should be Asia. Your explanation does not help your backing, So I love when any of the media people had said, like, I picked this player because of this reason. Another one, gosh, Asia kind of was taking it hard. Another one was the MVP. Somebody had said they picked Fee for MVP because Asia didn't live up to her standards from last season.
I knew that's what you were about to say. That was the dumbest take.
That was an insane
So
explanation.
you're telling me
The Asia
you're
just
not
didn't,
picking Asia because Asia is not better than Asia.
but Asia's still better than everybody in the league. And so again, I can respect your decision if he is who you want it, but to say it's because Asia didn't top herself, insane.
You should have kept that to you. Like, I would have never said that out loud.
Insane to read. Like
I would
a
have
lot of
never said that
a
out
lot of
loud.
the explanations, I was like, now one person I will have to give and gave great explanation for their picks was Megan. Megan did really good with her USA, or was it for the win for USA Today? Yes, she did a great job explaining why she picked who she picked. And it had nothing to do with, oh, because this player just didn't do it they were supposed to. So
Are they required to? Yeah,
it's a transparency thing though, because we fall back into Asia and her fourth place vote. And yeah. So
but we know who did it.
we know who did it.
Rebecca Lobo, not Hammond.
So like we know who did it, or supposedly we all know who did it. And yeah, but it's just a transparency thing. Like if I have the rights to put in a ballot for, for end of season awards, I would love to explain out why I picked these players so I don't look like, just to be transparent for the people. But no, it's not required. As there were 70 some people who put in votes this season, and we probably only got like 15 explanations. Alrighty. We'll see you guys.
When we see y'all.
Yep, and it'll be a surprise on which video y'all get. So if y'all see this first, then y'all see this first. If y'all don't, then we have a special interview. Or no, if y'all see this one first, then we have a special interview. If not, then I hope you enjoyed the special interview. Because I don't know which video's coming out first. All right, y'all.
Bye.
1,